Sometimes the mind becomes loud when the world becomes quiet. During the day, there are emails to answer, conversations to have, places to be, and little distractions that keep our thoughts moving from one thing to the next. But when evening arrives and everything begins to slow down, the thoughts we have been carrying often step into the silence. Maybe that is what brought you here tonight. Maybe your body is tired, but your mind is still walking in circles. Maybe you keep replaying a conversation that ended hours ago. Maybe you are thinking about tomorrow before today has even had a chance to finish. Or maybe there is no single thought at all. Just a feeling that your mind will not settle. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know that you are not doing anything wrong. The human mind was never designed to stay completely quiet. In fact, researchers have found that our brains naturally wander throughout the day. It is part of how we reflect, imagine, remember, and prepare for the future. A wandering mind is not a broken mind. It is simply a very active one. Tonight, we are not going to fight your thoughts. We are not going to force them to disappear. Instead, we are simply going to sit beside them for a little while, like watching clouds pass across a wide evening sky. There is nothing you need to fix before the end of this conversation. Nothing you need to figure out. Nothing you need to become. Just let yourself arrive exactly as you are. Take a slow breath in, not because breathing perfectly will change everything, but because every slow breath is a quiet message to your body that says, for this moment, we are safe. Our breathing and our nervous system are closely connected. When we slow our breathing, the body often begins responding with a gradual sense of calm. It may not happen instantly, and that is perfectly all right. Even a small shift can make a difference. So breathe in gently and let the air leave just a little more slowly. There is no rush. Imagine that you are sitting beside a calm lake just after sunset. The air is cool but comfortable. The water reflects the fading colors of the sky. Nothing extraordinary is happening. No fireworks. No loud music. Just quiet. Sometimes we forget that peace is often very ordinary. It is the sound of distant rain, a warm blanket resting across your shoulders, the gentle hum of a fan, the feeling of your pillow supporting the weight of your head, the soft darkness that reminds you the day has finally asked nothing more from you. Maybe peace has been closer than you realized. Maybe it has simply been difficult to notice because your thoughts have been speaking so loudly. Our minds often believe that every thought deserves immediate attention. What if something goes wrong tomorrow? What if I made the wrong decision? What if I never figure things out? These questions can feel urgent, but not every thought is a message. Some thoughts are simply echoes. Echoes of old fears, echoes of difficult experiences, echoes of responsibilities that have followed us into the night. Imagine standing in a quiet valley. You speak once, and your voice echoes back several times. The echo sounds real. You hear it clearly, but it is not a new voice. It is simply the old one returning. Sometimes anxiety works like that. One worried thought bounces around until it begins to sound like many different worries. And maybe tonight, instead of chasing every echo, you can simply notice it. There is that thought again. Nothing more, nothing less. You do not have to argue with it. You do not have to believe it. You can simply let it pass, like leaves floating along a slow-moving stream. The stream never holds on to every leaf. It simply allows them to continue their journey. Perhaps your mind can do the same. You have probably carried more than people realize. There are responsibilities that no one applauded, conversations that stayed in your heart, moments when you smiled even though you felt exhausted, days when simply getting through them required more courage than anyone could see. If your mind feels tired tonight, perhaps it has been working overtime for quite a while. It deserves kindness, not criticism. There is a quiet habit many of us have. We believe that if we think about something long enough, we will eventually solve it. Sometimes that is true, but sometimes we are simply walking around the same small room, believing we are traveling somewhere new. Rest is not giving up. Rest is allowing the mind enough space to return with fresh eyes tomorrow. Even forests become quiet at night. Flowers close their petals. Birds stop singing. The tide continues its gentle rhythm without asking permission from anyone. Nature understands something we often forget. Everything has its time. Movement has its place. Stillness has its place too. Maybe this evening belongs to stillness. As you continue listening, notice where your body touches the place beneath you. Feel the support beneath your shoulders. Notice the gentle weight of your hands, the steady rhythm of your breathing, the air brushing softly across your skin. These small sensations are easy to overlook, yet they quietly remind us that we exist here, in this moment, rather than inside every possible tomorrow. The future will arrive one day at a time. It has never arrived all at once. There is something comforting about that. You are only ever asked to live one moment before moving into the next. Not next month, not next year, just this breath, then the next. And maybe that is enough. Sometimes people believe calm means having no thoughts, but calm is not the absence of thinking. It is learning that thoughts do not always have to lead us. Imagine sitting beside a busy road. Cars continue passing. You notice them, but you do not step into every single one. Thoughts can be like those passing cars. Some deserve your attention tomorrow. Some are simply passing through. You do not have to climb inside every one that appears. There is wisdom in allowing some things to continue without you. Your worth does not depend on how productive you were today. It does not depend on how perfectly you handled every situation. It does not depend on having every answer before you fall asleep. You have always been more than your unfinished to-do list, more than your worries, more than your mistakes. You are a human being who has been trying, and trying can be incredibly tiring. If no one has reminded you lately, you are allowed to rest before everything is finished. Laundry can wait. Emails can wait. Some decisions can wait until morning. The stars have never hurried across the sky. Morning has never arrived because the night forced it to come sooner. Life continues unfolding, even while we sleep. There is quiet comfort in knowing that the world keeps turning without asking us to carry it alone. Perhaps tonight, your only job is to be here, to breathe, to soften your shoulders just a little, to let your jaw relax, to notice the quiet around you. And if your thoughts return, welcome them gently instead of pushing them away. They may stay for a moment. They may leave. Either way, you do not have to wrestle with them. Imagine placing each worry into a small paper boat, one by one, without rushing, without judging yourself for how many there are. Then gently placing those little boats onto calm water, watching them drift farther away, not because they no longer matter, but because they do not need your attention every second of the night. You deserve moments where your heart is not carrying everything at once. Perhaps this can be one of those moments. Perhaps your mind has been asking not for more answers, but for more gentleness. And maybe gentleness has been here all along, waiting quietly, like moonlight entering a room without making a sound, like rain resting softly against the window, like the comforting feeling of knowing you do not have to earn your place in this peaceful moment. Thank you for sharing these quiet minutes with me. I hope your breathing feels just a little softer. I hope your thoughts feel just a little lighter. And if they do not, that is all right too. Some nights are for sleeping. Some nights are simply for resting. Both are enough. You do not have to rush your healing. You do not have to rush your peace. For now, let this moment be exactly what it is, a quiet place to pause, a gentle reminder that even busy minds deserve kindness. Wherever you are right now, I'm glad you made it here. Thank you for listening, liking, and commenting. Please share Soul Planet with someone who you think may need it.